Season is ending soon, but I just wanted to go through the loadout changes for like documentation purposes. USS9 is getting a nerf to the headshot damage multiplier next season, and it is a bit of a problem because even if you don't finish off the enemy with a headshot, there is a chance that you hit their head at least once while killing them. And so obviously it means that you used to deal more damage than you will after the season update. But at the moment it is a great meta gun, and I think that it is tied with VMP, like we are both at the top, except USS9 it has better range compared to the VMP and high damage mag, and so I would say that it is good for a more versatile playstyle approach, like when you have to be more versatile and have fights for different ranges, from different ranges, and so it is certainly a valid meta loadout to have. And so VMP has more bullets, fast fire rate, especially if you add the pack, and it is better at close to like somewhat mid-ranges, just it does not have as good of a range as USS9. But the thing is, you don't always need the extra range when you're using an SMG, as I would normally use them in like smaller maps, and so I strongly suggest to lead with VMP, and then if you see that the extra range is needed, you switch to the USS9. But otherwise VMP it can just be better because you can spray and kill a few enemies like before reloading, etc. And it is like I said, it is better, except the range is not as good. So like better in every scenario except of the lobbies where you see that you keep on getting killed from like longer distances, and even if you try to get closer you still get killed from like longer distances. So yes, so I would say use VMP, and if it is not enough, switch to USS9. But otherwise, you don't really need USS9 in the current meta, in my opinion. Before the recent nerf to the Type 19, I had the XM4 loadout and Type 19 loadout, because Type 19 has, again, it is kind of similar to the USS9 in VMP situation. Type 19 has better accuracy and range, meanwhile XM4 is more versatile, it is better for like mid-range and to be like more aggressive when you have to, and it is easier to control, kind of, and it is just faster. And so now, after we nerfed the Type 19, I did try out various gunsmiths, found out that IFAKs kind of work, but kind of work is simply not enough if you're playing in like ranked, in leaderboard, ranked, whatever. And so I ended up removing Type 19 and was left with the XM4, which is actually a really good meta choice in bigger maps. And I also have Ghost, just so enemies wouldn't be able to see me in the minimap when we are using the UAV. And I think that it is just a great loadout, and you really should have an XM4 loadout. Now Oden, it has way better damage and only 25 bullets mag, and slow fire rate and slow mobility. So it is an absolute powerhouse, but it should only be used in like big maps when you can be slow, when your teammates are properly getting the spawns playing OBG, whether it would be just EBCs or hardpoint or whatever. And so it is a very powerful gun, but not often I find a suitable lobby for it. Because even if I'm playing in a big map, there is a chance that I will just do better with the XM4, as I need the versatility, especially when playing with some amount of randoms, and I need to be on the point, I need to take points, also secure points, like I have to do many things at once. And in such case Oden kind of feels slow. But the damage, it is just too good to not have it in the loadouts. PDW is a great mid-range SMG, and why is it in this loadout? Because it also has pretty solid mobility, like the strafing, etc., and a big mag. And this loadout is basically kind of an emergency loadout because I use FAJ with the firepower support pack to take down enemy Scorstrix, whether it would be the Raps Balls, the Stealth Chopper, the VTOL, Chopper Gunner, etc., even the Sentry Gun. And once they are destroyed, I have a 70% chance to steal them and activate them for my team. And so now the con of this loadout is that I do not have a melee, so the mobility is not as good. And for this reason, like I said, I chose the PDW because it kind of has a good mobility. And why I want to have the big mag? Because I'm wasting time when I'm shooting missiles at the air score streak or whatever, and that means that I have to recover the point usually from the enemies, because while I was shooting at the stealth chopper, for instance, my teammates they usually just spend time dying. And so I kind of need the big mag, good mid-range SMG to break through. But you can try another weapon, it's just what works the best for me in this loadout, in an FAG loadout. And so like I said, destroying enemies' caustics with the FAG and stealing them is certainly good, but it takes time. And not always you have the time to just fire missiles at, let's say, VTOL at the endgame of the match. And so for this reason I have the Thermite Manowar Overkill loadout. And the idea is that I simply destroy caustics with the Thermite Manowar faster. Like it is one spray or two sprays of a mag and they are gone. And then I have the GKS because it also has pretty good mobility, but I kind of find it maybe a bit more faster, versatile compared to PDW. And I just want to have the more speed, more versatility, because like I said, this is like an ASAP destruction and pushing OBG loadout. So it just has to be a bit more fast compared to the PDW loadout, but otherwise I would say that PDW is stronger. But I mean, I kind of just need them both for different match situations. And my top 3 most used weapons this season were the VMP, XM4 and USS9, which I think is a perfect summary for this whole yapping, because it just shows that I was not pulling loadouts up out of my bum, and that it is what I'm actually using in the current meta situation. And finally, at the moment I'm in top 904th place of the leaderboard. I did fell down because I started trying out various non-meta guns, and I have prepared video footage that I will be editing and just giving my opinions on good non-meta options. And that of course meant that I lost more matches compared to the start of the season when I used only meta. But I think that top 1000 is kind of okay.